Hello again, and thank you for clicking on the video. Alex here, back again with Rob and Joe from My Hero Academia Season 1, Episode number 10. In the last episode, we got to see the kids vote for who they believe should be their class representative, making the wrong choice in Deku, but eventually going on to see Deku step down and elevate Ida up to the position, despite the fact that Momo had 2 votes and Ida had none.
Who
How
said
that
he was
works.
the wrong choice? Hold on, pedal back. He might have not been the best choice, but he wasn't the wrong choice.
If he's not the best choice, he's the wrong choice.
Oh, fuck you.
No. It's true.
Anyways, Ida got his position where he can now push or continue to be as ridiculously anal about everything as possible, but now from a position of power. Later on, after that, we got to see the students get ready to do their first rescue training class. On the way there, they were riding the bus. Sue happened to notice the similarities between All Might and Deku that Deku, I guess, didn't realize he was making obvious. And at the training facility, the USJ, they were about to begin their training when all of a sudden a big purple vortex of sorts opened up and a bunch of villains walked through. Now, unfortunately, with the world's greatest hero out of commission for some reason, it's up to 13 and Eraserhead to protect the kids. So yeah, I guess we'll see where we go from there.
Whoa, what is that thing?
Here we go.
Has the training started already? I thought we were rescuing people.
All the monsters
Stay
are
back.
stepping out of the big purple butthole.
This is real. Those are villains.
The only real heroes I see are 13 and Eraserhead. Perplexing. According to the schedule we retrieved from UA, All Might should be here as well.
Maybe if I kill a few kids,
Well,
they'll come out to play.
None of those look really like menacing, so
That day we learned what the pro heroes are really up against.
No, you're not afraid of
The darkness they face to keep us
the great
safe.
villain handjob.
We looked at
like
these
that dude
heroes,
looks like he got fucked up.
and pure evil stared back. What are you gonna do? You can't fight them on your own. There's too many of them. Even if you can nullify their quirks,
A lot of
your
them
fighting
do
style's
not look very
suited for
scary.
this.
Yeah, that's
Your
what I was
power
saying,
works
like, I think
best
he's
in
got
stealth
this.
and one-on-one fights. It's not gonna help with a group.
You can't be a pro if you only have one trick. I'll leave it to you, 13.
And here's where we learn that Eraserhead's actually kind of a badass.
He can cancel your quirks just by looking at you.
Cancellation? Bet you can't erase the quirk of a heteromorphic type like me, can you?
Yeah, you're right. But a villain like you is only dangerous if you can reach me. Good thing. I've taken measures to make sure that never happens. Now which one of you gutter punks is next?
There is no escape for you.
Damn. I blinked and the guy who seems like the most trouble got away.
I still have a role to play.
Did you think we were just gonna stand around and let you tear this place to shreds?
You live up to your school's reputation. But you
Yeah,
should
great
be
job,
more
guys.
careful, children. Otherwise, someone might get hurt.
You two, get out of the way right now!
What is this?
Yeah, if only there weren't 2 dipshit kids standing in the way of the actual hero who could have tried
Yeah,
to do
she
something.
would've, for lack of a better term, she would have stuck them up if they didn't try to eat here.
Shadow Realm.
Get him, Yugi boy.
For a frog, you've got some pretty big boobs, Sue. Perfect floaties.
You saved my life, Asui.
I hate Mineta.
I told you to call me Sue.
He's such a good character, though.
Suyu Asui. Her quirk, frog. It's pretty
quirk
self-explanatory.
is just
she could basically
frog?
do anything a frog can.
So she's a
Yeah.
frog.
This is
That's
turning
not-
out to be a
Yes.
terrible day of class.
I think she can lay eggs too.
And didn't you hear what that smoke guy said? Maybe we should worry more about not getting tortured to death. Otherwise, we might not survive long enough to see All Might again. And even if he does show up, who knows if
This
he
kid's about to shit his pants.
Well, it's a good thing he has a diaper, huh?
No, the frog right? Don't frog both, just shut up! Ribbit.
Frog food.
You bastards! I'll enjoy eating you!
We have to work together and keep All Might safe. No one at UA knows what's happening.
You gotta save the greatest
This is
hero.
up to us. Let's be heroes.
I think Todoroki's got this handled.
Lose to a child. For God's sake, you're adults. Put up a real fight.
Can't get through to 13 or Aizawa. Then again, they are teaching. Unlike me, I'm neglecting my duties because I spent the entire morning commute being heroic. An amateur move. What was I thinking? Maybe I should just show up
Shut
and
up,
say
Rob.
something inspiring.
What?
Yeah, get a
What?
good
It
10
was a
minutes
bad
on my
decision
hero
on his
form.
part.
Yeah.
I know what you guys are thinking. You're gonna shit on him for being a hero again.
There are hundreds of heroes all over the place.
We're not shitting on him for being a hero. We're shitting on him for being a bad teacher.
That's me. The one who could be
Well,
a mouse or a dog
either
or
way,
a
fuck
bear,
you.
though the only important thing is... But now that you are a teacher here, All Might, I really do wish you'd prioritize your students over your hero work. They deserve it. After all, there are plenty of other hero agencies working throughout the city.
Yeah, you're right, Principal.
Thank you.
So I was gonna head over to the USJ to make an appearance now,
Shut up.
actually, if you don't mind.
Even if you went now, you'd have to return almost right away. So you might as well stick around and listen to some of my teaching philosophies. They could prove
Great.
to be useful.
This is turning into a lecture.
You did it to yourself,
You
buddy.
need one.
Here, drink up.
Where is everyone? They've been
Is that a
scattered
hero
across
or
the
a
facility,
fucking
but
monster?
our classmates are still here.
What do we
It's
do?
like goddamn
The guy's not affected by physical attacks and can
relinquished.
apparently teleport stuff?
Class rep,
Yes.
I have
He
a
is
job for you.
sent to the Shadow Realm,
Run to
so
the school and tell the
Thousand eyes
faculty what's going
restrict.
on here. The alarms aren't sounding, and our phones and radios are useless right now. One of these villains must be to blame. It'll be faster for you to run and get help than for us to find whoever's jamming everything.
Yes, but it would be disgraceful for me to leave you all behind.
emergency exit.
Your teacher's asking you to do something.
yeah,
That's why they're
dipshit.
keeping
That is
all
the
of us
best
trapped
case,
inside the
like, the best
USJ,
use
right?
of your
As
skills.
long as you can get
It's
out
like,
so
can we-
it
run
won't
really fast
follow.
for help.
Blow this
For
stupid
once,
missile
can we
with
listen
those
to the
engine
pro
legs.
heroes?
Use your quirk to save others. Be a real hero.
Yeah, dipshit. It's disgraceful for me to be a real hero.
Just like I did when I floated you in the cafeteria.
There's one thing that really sticks out to me, something that just doesn't add up. They sent you here, Asui. Whoops, I meant Sue. Yeah, they warped you to the shipwreck zone.
That kind of fell apart on you, didn't it?
A little bit.
But why does it matter that she's here?
Yeah, okay, right. It means the villains probably have no idea what our quirks are.
Ribbit, you've
They
got
met
a
you guys
point.
30 seconds ago.
If they knew I was a frog, they would have sent me into that fire zone over there instead of somewhere full of water.
They probably separated us because they didn't know what we could do and planned to overpower us once we were in smaller groups. Easier to pick us off one by one.
So let's talk quirks. I'll go first if you want. Obviously, I can jump high and cling to pretty much any wall. And of course, there's my tongue. I can stick it out about 20 meters. Oh yeah, and I can spit out my stomach so I can clean it. That's not really useful. Finally, I also secrete a toxic mucus.
Once I use my power, I'm pretty much out of commission. It's a double-edged sword until I can control it.
I've got these sticky balls. They're strange berries. Depending on how I'm feeling, they might stick to something a whole day. They grow back as fast as I can pull them off, but I'll bleed if I use too many. Oh, and they don't stick to me. I just bounce right off them.
How the fuck did you get in this school, dude?
See, I've been wondering that same thing for a long time.
Don't look at me like that! This is why I said we should wait for the real heroes! My quirk is totally unfit for battle and we're gonna
You have an incredible power! Really, we just have to figure
I
out
do
how to
want to
use
know,
it.
how did he get in?
So, Minetta, are you really sure the hero thing is right for you?
Great question.
Right now! We just got
It's
out
fair.
of Sugar Eye a little while ago! I didn't think I'd be facing death a few days after
Listen up.
What made you think you were ever gonna be
The
able
enemy that's
to?
certain of their victory is bound
Never
to make
say
a
never.
mistake. We can beat them.
Just throw him overboard. That would be funny.
Maybe sound like they're crying for their mommies up there.
Come on, act like cops on one.
Here comes the badass, man. Become badass. It's gonna happen.
Did you just shout die?
Even if I use a smash, I can't get them all at once when they're in a circle like that. Besides, there are still other enemies outside of the shipwreck zone, so I can't sacrifice my arm just yet. Focus! Remember the image of the egg not exploding!
Ready, Minetta?
Even though he's as scared as I am, even though he's shaking, he's still going through with this.
He has a better quirk than you. Don't get any ideas.
So, Minetta
Ugh, looks disgusting.
What the heck, Midoriya?
On limp.
How do you do it? You're acting so cool, and I'm not helping at all.
Yeah, hit him with the sticky ball.
You can eat my sticky ball!
So they're all stuck together now.
Not too shabby. You guys are amazing. Both of you.
Okay, come on now.
Yeah, let's not kid ourselves.
I give Deku a lot of shit, but no.
The only one who's not injured is Frog Bitch.
Alright, so that was season 10, or season 1, episode number 10 of My Hero Academia. A good episode, very good episode actually. We were introduced to the League of Villains, who are there to kill All Might, and possibly the children, if that's what it takes.
Grab kids.
We got to see that they're obviously not going to go down without a fight. Eraserhead showing himself to be a huge badass, which is great.
Yeah.
Like I had mentioned before, he's way more of an interesting character than some of these characters, anyways. Especially
Not
the main
just the
character.
hobo.
Yeah, but not just that, but like when he showed off like what else he could do, like so he could cancel everyone else's quirk, is what we found out, right?
Yeah,
Like-
he has to be looking at them.
Yeah. So that's pretty cool. But also, like, I wanted to point out that, like, yeah, it was a huge league of villains that came by, but like I said, they weren't even that impressive. So it's not
Yeah,
like
a lot of them look like bitches.
it was like it was like facing the fucking putties from the Power Rangers. Yeah, they're villains, but I mean, one shot they're done.
Yeah, I never actually thought of it like that, but yeah, that's a good point.
They're Cybermen. Fodder.
I mean, one of them had 4 legs, 2 of them were backwards. How, what?
Two of them
And
were backwards.
that was their whole quirk, I guess.
Yeah.
There was the paper eyeball dude. I want to know what he was gonna do.
Still curious about Thousand Eyes Restrict and what the fuck he does.
Fucking, we had the purple smoke dude. I don't know if they've mentioned his name yet, so I'm not gonna say it. But he went to go after 13 and the kids. 13 was getting ready to try and take him out. Was just about to activate her quirk when Bakugo and Kirishima, like 2 fucking morons, jumped right in front of her so they can go after the villain, thinking that they could handle it themselves, which obviously they couldn't.
Fuck yeah,
And
we're
again,
children,
this-
but we got this.
And hey, just like, and I'm being perfectly fair here, just like it was stupid in episode 2 for Deku to go after a villain, these 2 dipshits getting in the way of an actual hero to go after a villain was equally stupid.
Yeah, especially because like I feel like none of their quirks, like the fire wouldn't affect it, and even Deku, I don't even know if his shit would affect it. He look like, in my opinion, he looks like a fucking like gas.
That's exactly
Like-
what it looks like, just fog.
Yeah, the
I'm
Shadow
gonna
Realm.
stay silent on this one because I backed up Deku a whole lot back then, and you know, I guess it really is the same thing in this situation, and I'm shitting on
Yeah.
shitting on Boner Boy and fucking Bakugo.
You know what we call that, Joe? Hypocrisy. Okay. But yeah, because of them, 13 wasn't able to get at the smoke guy, quick enough, and he took them all to the Shadow Realm, which turned out to just be a portal to various parts of the building, splitting them up into random groups. Deku got stuck with Sue and Sticky Balls. Only a few of them were able to stay with 13. I think she had Uraraka, Ida, the dude in yellow, Sato. I mean, that's his name, Sato. And who else? Right? Who else did she have? Shogi, the dude that can have multiple limbs, right?
Oh yeah, fucking relinquished.
She sort of came up with a plan to try and get Ida out of there so he can go and get help from other heroes at the school, even though he seemed very much against it because he wanted to stay and help. Because none of these kids know how to just listen to the fucking heroes who know what they're doing.
Yeah.
Sheesh. Yeah, no, like I don't understand because like Ida knows his power is fucking not super speed, but well, speed.
It's the closest thing to super speed they got.
Yeah, it would make sense. While everyone here is fighting, I should run really fast to go get more pros. So I don't know why he had such a huge boner against doing that, and he wanted to just stay and suffer with everyone else.
Probably for the same reason Deku probably would have wanted to stay, to help. Because they would have felt like they're nothing.
Deku's power is to break his arm and fuck someone up.
Deku's power is to fuck himself up. That's it.
Yeah. But it's not just about his power, because he didn't have the power when he ran into that fucking villain in episode 2.
I mean, I guess if you wanted Deku to go save the day, he could go outside the door and then break both of his legs jumping to go back to Sky High, and then break one or both of his arms trying to land and not die.
No, that's not my point. My point is he's doing what any other fucking hero would have wanted to do, which was your point in episode 2. But you're criticizing him for wanting to do it.
What? No. I'm giving Ida shit because the best use of his power would have been to run and get help. Or I guess run around and kick people. That probably would have been useful too.
Right. And I'm saying that you're being a hypocrite. Because we saw in episode 2 no power Deku do the same fucking thing. No powers, not wanting to step away.
Best use of Deku would have been staying out of the way of the heroes. But let's move past that.
That's besides.
I disagree.
Of course you disagree.
That's why you're a hypocrite, Joe.
Fuck you guys. Deku is the best, and it's not the same.
We don't need to rehash the same argument. Anyways, like I said, they were split into their groups. Looks like Bakugo is with Kirishima. Todoroki appeared to be all by himself, but it seemed like he was doing just fine. Eventually, they came to the realization, at least Deku, Sue, and Mineta did, that the villains obviously don't know what their powers are because they sent Sue to a place where her powers would be really useful. But again, to be fair, the villains knew them for 30 seconds before sending them there. So how could they know?
Yeah.
They came up with a strategy, or Deku came up with an idea at least, to try and make use of their powers to at least save themselves and get out of the situation. Mineta was showing his cowardice and crying because he was afraid that he would die before he got the chance to touch Momo's boobs.
Yeah, Jesus Christ, dude! Like,
I mean,
those are some pretty big life goals right there, though. So why not?
Like, I thought it was fucking insane. I don't understand how this fuck got in there. How the fuck did he get accepted into this school? His power is useless. He is a little bitch. I know I called Deku a bitch, but Jesus Christ, this dude's on a whole other level.
Well, like, to be fair, I'm sure that like with time and practice and training, he could probably find like a pretty good like application for his powers. But I'm right there with you. Like, I don't know how he passed the entrance exam. I think I said it during I'm pretty sure he couldn't have taken out any of the robots, and I'm pretty sure he couldn't have saved anybody. So what did he do? Just run around? I like that guy and his sticky balls. He's in.
I don't remember if it's covered in the manga or if it's covered or if the creator had mentioned it on their own, but there were other ways to pass the test besides just destroying the robots.
Got it. Blow the teacher.
All right, so whether he destroyed robots, saved people, blew the teacher, if people are watching by now, why don't you go ahead and let me know in the comments, because I'm genuinely curious.
I don't know
Along
if
with
it's
the
ever
whole
been revealed
13
how the
that she's
fuck
a
he got
boy
in.
girl thing.
He used his sticky balls to give someone else sticky balls. Got it.
Okay, we get
see
it. We
what
get
you
it.
did
But I mean, look, they did find a way to use his powers that would be beneficial.
Yeah.
Like, if anything, this dude, Minetta's never going to be a hero. He, if anything, he could maybe be someone's sidekick.
He's
based on just
Barnacle
what
Boy.
His power is.
Through and through, Barnacle Boy.
Yep.
One thing that I did want to say about one more thing about Minetta. God, I like talking about his character because it's so annoying. He's so annoying, and I
Welcome
hate
to
him.
the Sticky Ball Show, boys.
But the dude is so obsessed with girls and wanting girls to like him, and I feel like this has been mentioned in other places before, but it's like, if you're that like obsessed with trying to impress chicks, why would you make your hero costume a diaper? Like, it seems so counterproductive if that's your goal.
Not just that, also
Yeah.
crying like that, like hysterically.
I hope they explain that at some point, because I'm genuinely curious, like, because they got to design their own costumes. Why did he pick the diaper? I gotta know.
I mean, one could argue like it's to distract the villain, maybe deflect, the idea like, oh, he's small and he's in a diaper, so he's not a threat. But based on his quirk, he isn't a threat. Like,
he's also an idiot, so I don't think he would have thought that far ahead, unless it's to like hide his boners or something.
well, I don't know that
All
he's
this
an idiot
chatter,
because
all this chatting.
I've only seen him cry a lot.
We just know that he's a coward.
Yeah, that's what this episode. If that was the goal of this episode, to prove that this guy fucking sucks as a hero, fucking mission accomplished.
Well, there we have it. Roll
Anyways.
credits.
I think that's almost everything that happened in this episode. We know that the dude with with the hands all over him is obviously the leader of this league,
Yeah.
based on the fact that he got to stand by and watch as everyone else went and either got their ass kicked or just surrounded the kids.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Also, All Might.
Can we call him Handjob? Can we make that a thing? That's his
No.
nickname now. Is Handjobs.
All Might.
Well, I'm calling
Yeah. Well, whatever. All Might was lectured on why he's a shitty teacher.
him. Fuck
Yep.
you.
He is. There is no like argument. Yeah, he was
Like,
saving
like,
lives.
There are hundreds of heroes in the city that could have handled the hero work during the time that he was doing it, which meant he could have just left it to them so that he could go on and teach the class like he was supposed to.
Yeah.
And had he gone on to teach the class like he was supposed to, he could be there with the kids right now.
But what if he could? What if those heroes weren't available? What if there was nobody nearby and he was the only one? He's supposed
I'm
to just
sorry, Joe.
ignore someone dying.
Joe, do you really think Penis Man was that much of a threat?
He was huge. So yes, I do. At the
No.
very least, he could have just fucking jizzed on everyone. I don't know.
There were other heroes, including someone who could, like, transform her size, like a double.
Yeah, she
triple
became the
him.
size of a building.
Yeah,
I think
like-
I think it showed that she was there, but obviously All Might had everything under control.
Yeah,
Which,
all
I mean,
those
that's
other heroes
great.
were getting their asses kicked.
Again, we saw 3 heroes, I think, that weren't All Might in a city with hundreds of them.
Yeah, but those 3 were like 3 of the top heroes, and they were getting their asses handed to them by Dick
Were
Man.
they? I don't remember seeing them getting their asses handed to them. I
They
saw them
looked
standing
pretty
there.
beat. They looked pretty beat. I think they were on their asses.
I
fucking-
mean, they probably weren't. I don't. There's a lot that's not in context because when we join that moment, we see them standing there and we see that Penis Man has like what is it, 3 people held hostage or whatever.
Something like that.
Yeah.
So much like the Bakugo scenario in episode 2, they were probably trying to figure out how to approach it without letting the civilians get hurt. But instead, All Might went in there and took care of it for them. Which, yeah, that's great. It's great.
For
that
a
All
hero.
Might is saving people.
Yeah.
But if him saving people is gonna force him to neglect his duties as a teacher, then he probably shouldn't be teaching.
Yes.
Yeah, well, all I'm saying is if you're on your way to go do something and you're a fucking hero and there's hero things to be done and you happen to be late today because you're doing hero shit, I think you should get a pass. I think that should be okay. That's all I'm saying.
There's always going to be hero work though. There's always going to be hero work.
Well, I mean, it was on his way. He didn't go out
so
of
then
his way to
why
save these
so
people.
then
He
why
was
is
on
All
his
Might
way
a
to-
teacher? Why is All Might a teacher?
Well, the actual answer is because he can't do hero work for that long. But if he's in the area, he has to go do hero shit. That's just the person he is. He's a hero.
He's also a teacher.
But if he is not going to be teaching unless he's able to be in his hero form because he doesn't want to show anyone his weakened form, then shouldn't he be focusing on the teaching part?
I don't want to talk about this anymore. I'm gonna get an aneurysm.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, he could have left it to other heroes. Yes, even if the 3 that we saw were getting their asses kicked, which we don't know because we saw everything out of context. There were still probably dozens more nearby. We also saw All Might rush to another situation right after hearing a scream and seeing no context for it at all. We just know that he rushed over there and took care of it.
So it sounds like he's actively patrolling the streets.
Robert, you suck too.
Why?
Because.
Why? Because I like All Might better than I like Deku. But
again,
he's a shitty teacher.
Joe. Yeah, we're not saying All Might's a bad hero. He's just a bad teacher.
You guys still suck.
I don't know. I think if you think All Might is objectively a good teacher, then you don't know what you're talking about.
I don't even think that's Joe's main point. His main point isn't that he's a great hero. His main point was, All Might, you're so great. You're so cute. I love you.
Whatever.
Okay.
Anyways,
I think I think that's everything. I don't think we need to go on anymore.
Yeah,
so
fuck
we're
you
just gonna
guys.
go.
Next
We're just
time
gonna
I'll
go
do
ahead and leave it there. Videos are gonna be slowing down even more on the channel here. I'm going through a bit of a job transition, so we're not gonna be able to record for a couple weeks. So yeah. If you guys did enjoy this one, though, please feel free to hit the like button, subscribe for future videos because they will come eventually, and hit the notification bell if you want to be updated the next time one shows up. Feel free to look in the description or at the end card where you'll find a link to Rob's channel where you'll find us doing some non-anime reactions. If you want to go ahead and check us out over there, that'd be great. And with that being said, we're going to go ahead and get on out of here. Hope you guys have a good one.